It's Mets versus Marlins. It's a 1-1 game in the fifth inning, and the Marlins starting pitcher is Cal Quantrill. Quantrill's been doing okay so far. He's only allowed one run, but the Mets are hitting him hard. We already have seen 7 hard-hit balls against Quantrill in 16 at-bats. So in other words, Quantrill's pretty lucky to only have one run on the board. Now in this inning, he's facing 8-9-1 in the Mets order. And once he gets back to the top, it'll be his third time through. And we know the third time through is usually when hitters really dig into starting pitchers. So this is a really important inning for rookie manager Clayton McCullough to manage. How long does Quantrill go? When does he take him out? Let's see. So Quantrill's going to start off the inning by giving up this hard-hit ground ball to Acuna, who's able to beat out the throw. And that was smoked off the bat, 105.9. That is a very hard-hit ball. So you can add another one to Quantrill's tally there. Runner on first, no outs. Next up, we have Jose Siri, the number 9 hitter. And of course, Jose Siri is going to crush this double to deep center field to give the Mets the 2-1 lead. And again, no outs. Runner on second, and now it's top of the order. So at this point, McCullough makes a good decision, and he starts to get the left-hander Venetiano warm in the bullpen. Why the lefty? Well, because you've got Juan Soto on deck. So Marte's right-handed, but Soto's left-handed. And third time through, it's even a bigger advantage for Soto. He's already hit the ball hard twice against Quantrill now. So everybody in the stadium believes this is Quantrill's last batter. So Marte's going to work a 7-pitch at-bat and eventually get beamed in the arm. And now it is first and second, no outs. Mets have the lead. Juan freaking Soto coming up. Okay, let's definitely pull him. But look over at McCullough. He's not going anywhere. What's he doing? He is not coming out. Is he really sticking with Quantrill? So what did you have that lefty up for? After those 3 at-bats this inning, 2 hard-hit balls, 1 hit by pitch, you really think Quantrill's going to get Soto out? What is going on here? Okay, here we go. Quantrill versus Soto. First pitch, high for a ball. That one's outside for a ball, 2-0. Soto takes that one, 2-1. Swing and miss, nice pitch by Quantrill, 2-2. That one's in the dirt, and that one's in the dirt. It's a walk to Juan Soto. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think Quantrill was going to get Soto out? So now it's bases loaded, nobody out, and Pete Alonso is coming up. So the pitching coach is now going to go out for a chat, and now they pan back to the bullpen, and a righty is getting up. What is going on? If you were going to bring up a righty, why wouldn't you bring him up sooner? So if you want Quantrill to face Soto, then that righty could have been ready to face Alonso, and then you've got Vientos at 5, also right-handed. But the right-hander isn't ready now, so he's not going to face Nimmo, the left-hander. So now you know Quantrill has to face Alonso and Nimmo at 83 pitches. What is going on? Okay, so here we go. Quantrill versus Alonso. First pitch breaker in the dirt, nice take. That fastball catches the bottom of the zone. Another one low, just low. Another breaker in the dirt. Another good take by Alonso. Now it's a 3-1 hitter's count. McCullough says, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Alonso fouls that one away. Another foul ball by Alonso. Quantrill says, all right, one more pitch here. Maybe I can get out of this. And kaboom. Alonso absolutely detonates that ball. It is back and it is gone. A grand slam for Pete Alonso. And this game is over. Look at this titanic blast. That ball is right down the middle. Pete Alonso does not miss. And we can see the pitching coach turn to McCullough here and say, how many was that? McCullough says, I think that's 90. 90? Okay, we'll get him at 90 pitches. And now here comes McCullough and the right-hander comes in with the game already over. Now, I do want to give McCullough a little credit here. I understand that he's dealing with the Marlins. The bullpen situation is really rough. I looked into this. So here are his options. Top 2 guys are really good, but they both pitch back-to-back games, so they're out for today. 6 of the 7 other guys either got picked up off waivers in the past year or got called up from AAA. And then the only other guy, Soriano, he's very unproven as well. Last year, he had an ERA over 5. So I understand he's not dealing with a quality bullpen. But to be fair, these 7 guys have actually been pretty good to start the year. These 7 guys pitched a combined 15 innings and only gave up 3 runs in the Pirates series. So they're looking pretty good to start the year. And not only that, but we know Quantrill's struggling here. We know he's given up 2 hard-hit balls in this inning. It's back to the top of the order. You're facing Juan Soto. You've got that platoon advantage. Why are you bringing up that lefty and getting him warm if you're not going to use him there? I don't know what other evidence he needed to pull Quantrill in that situation. But yeah, Quantrill stays in. Alonso hits the grand slam, and Marlins lose.